So anyways, just to get started, really excited to be doing this with you guys today because we talked about this off and on. We didn't really jump in fully because we didn't understand the process at first, but now we do, and we're really excited to kind of talk about this in relation to real estate and what we do. And Jan, you know this, we have, 5 real estate teams or brokerages across Canada. So Vancouver, Victoria, Edmonton, and Calgary, and Toronto as well. And then we've got a massive database. So Nathan, maybe you can tell us how big the database is. I think it's 160,000. Are we up to 200,000? I don't know what we're at.
Yeah, we're pushing 200,000 for our database of active buyers and sellers across all those cities. So
that's awesome. Are you guys running some lead funnels and generating leads?
That's right. Yeah, that's what those are.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we have a massive database. We have 5 teams across the major cities in Canada. And as of late, we're seeing a few more international buyers or buyers from China. Oleg was saying, where are you seeing some of your clientele coming from, Oleg?
From Israel.
From Israel, Russia.
Yeah. From Russia, yeah. From Ukraine.
From the Ukraine.
Ukraine.
From like Eastern Europe, yeah.
China, Russia.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people coming from Europe looking at Canada as an investment opportunity and a home as well. So there's a lot of immigration still flowing in their country, and we're looking good out there to the rest of the world. So it's not a surprise.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's exciting to have you on, kind of talk about the process, right? Like first of all, let's talk about the process is and what it looks like. Like how do we go from the, I want to buy a house, I have cryptocurrency, and I'd like to use it to buy a luxury item, let's say a house in Canada. How would I do that?
Super, super simple. First of all that person would have to do is go and shop with a company like yours and meet with your representatives, go out and find that property and, fall in love with it like everyone does, and then want to pay with cryptocurrency. So they'll either have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, some of the top 3, maybe Ripple, or they might have some alternative coins in their portfolio. And the coins I want people to understand are very much like stocks. So they'll just trade them in. It's a hybrid version of cryptocurrency. It's a different money kind of thing, but it's very similar in the same understandings and workings. And all they're going to do is trade those coins in for actual Canadian funds. And then we are the brokerage that converts that for them. So they could pay for any type of home or commercial property with crypto funds. And we would convert those funds into Canadian dollars, supply those funds to the lawyer, to the office, via wire, drafts, all the same standard business that we do today.
Right. So you're a true blue crypto broker. That's what it is, right? Like a middleman?
Absolutely. Yeah. We are the converters in the equation. So we help keep everything secure for both parties. We can also keep it anonymous for some parties. When buying a property and a home, there's not that much anonymity involved in that type of transaction, obviously. But in some other instances there is, and it works that way. So we can take funds from various people, let's say in the crypto space, all pool together and make a commercial building purchase, something to that effect.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So actually the question I had was, why is crypto and real estate a natural fit? We talked about this the other day. You were saying it's a natural fit to use crypto.
Well, real estate's always been known as an investment anchor tool, a multitude of layers with real estate and investing. They've been brothers for years here. So add crypto to the mix, and we've got cryptocurrency now being able to be invested within itself as well. So you got crypto funds going into real estate investment, and that's a synergy in itself right there. And that's going to be something that I think is going to be taking off more and more, building more and more momentum. And your company are open-minded early adopters, and I'm very impressed with you guys because you guys are on the cutting edge of what's going on right now. So kudos to you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to kind of see where that goes and see what kind of interest we can generate. We started including it in our buyer packages actually that we use. I don't know if you can see it with our buyers.
Yeah, I see that.
We go through their needs assessment, what exactly they're looking for, where they're looking for, the price points and everything else. And then to have this as an option for them might be nice for certain buyers.
You bet.
Like what kind of people do you see getting involved in this?
So far, the age group that has any wealth inside crypto has been 45 and up for Canadians. I see a lot of business owners that have a lot of savings and have tried all the different various things at the bank to grow their wealth, and have come, back with dismal results, like most Canadians. So there's some aggressive individuals out here in our local economy that have put a lot of money into crypto, and they did it a couple of years back, and they're sitting quite well right now. And I know a lot of people hear Bitcoin taking a beating and so on, and we're probably going to hear that for years, guys. We're going to see a lot of things change, and we're going to see cryptocurrency evolve, and just give it patience and give it time. But be the early guys, be the first guys to the party, and let everyone know that you're there to work with them, because there are customers holding this type of capital. Some studies have been done. You guys can search it online, but I think it's around somewhere in the 2 percentile of Canadians are participating in crypto at this point. So it's a very small percentage. But as that grows, it grows. And if you guys are the people that are working with it, then you're going to grow with it as well. And I truly believe that we should accept all types of money. I don't know why we're discriminating what types of money we should accept for the purchases that we wish to make, or that we wish to sell, or this type of thing. So as the world continues to evolve and we all get smarter and just do our thing out here like we're doing, and we all notice this, you'll see more and more types of money being spent. And some people predict that many companies will have their own coins that will go out for sushi, and you guys will convert your crypto to pay for sushi tonight. Things like that. Like, it's going to become this thing where we're all inside another layer of money. And there's going to be the regular money that we all got with our paychecks and our commission checks and all that. We call that fiat currency. And then there's going to be the internet money. And if you want to have just a neat little analogy, you could think of Bitcoin as a stock that represents the internet. And if people believe in the internet, then they should believe in Bitcoin, because it almost goes obviously hand in hand. It's the internet economy and the internet money. So there you go. So if there were a stock to buy that was the internet, it would be Bitcoin. And I'm not sure that the name really matters at this point, but it does represent that today.
I like the way we're thinking, though. Anything that makes it easier to buy or sell real estate for consumers, we're all in.
Absolutely.
We're excited about that. At Oleg, I mean, we were talking about this the other day. What's the benefit for some of your contacts overseas, right? Like, because you've got quite a few. So what would the benefit of crypto be for,
Just,
an international buyer like you have?
I feel the ease of getting the money here faster, and maybe with less hassle. So they can choose. Like last year, I sold a few homes like via Facebook. I just show them the video, and that maybe won't apply for $1 million home, but $250,000 condo I did sell, and people didn't even come to see it. They just called me, find me a rental. I found them a rental. Does it cash flow? Yes. Okay. Let's offer, and they paid. So it took some time. Lawyers there, lawyers here, all that stuff. But I think if they had Bitcoin, it would be easier for them to make that kind of choice and purchase, and they're wealthy people as it is, so they can make that choice immediately.
Absolutely.
If they like it, if they see logic in that, they say yes and they pay. So if they say yes and in 20 minutes I can have the money, this is really good. That will really speed up the process and gonna make them feel like, oh wow, that was easy. How about we talk to our other friends who also can enable to do purchases like that financially, and they maybe go and convert it into Bitcoin, and we can do more volume that way too.
It's good that we've started the dialogue on this anyway, right? It's good that we've started the dialogue on this. It's interesting, Nathan and I are both on the East Coast. We're in Montreal right now. Oleg is in Edmonton, and Jan is in Calgary. And in real time right now, we're talking about using cryptocurrency to buy real estate.
This is exciting times. We are the future here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
The future right here.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's happening 100%. Where do you see it going, Jan?
Well, everyone asks me this every day because, I'm all in on this type of thing. But
yeah,
all I can say is, I don't know how old everyone is here today, but there are times in our lives where we switch from paying cash for pizza to swiping it on our credit card on a machine that we've never seen before, to typing in our bank card number, to having no more cash in our wallet, to just having a debit card that does everything. And you've seen all this involvement, right? And we're all on the internet. We're all technologically adept. All our phones are smartphones today. Us guys here, we're living in a really utopian, greater sense of economy in Canada. We're not affected like a lot of the rest of the world. Friends of mine here in Calgary developed a software that's in Venezuela, and it is powering POS systems with crypto. And this, I'm going to get to your answer. The point is that I see crypto going worldwide faster than you and I can even imagine. I think crypto is going to be the money of choice, and it will be first priority in the near future here. In Calgary right now, I convert $250,000 roughly every 2 weeks for an oil and gas company to pay their employees in crypto. They send their funds into my office in $250K, and then we send that out into different disbursements of crypto paychecks. It's working. They love it. Their staff loves it. And we also disperse money around the world for them. So they've got some engineers and consultants working in Ukraine, like Oleg would probably understand. And I paid these guys in Ukraine from our office in about 17 seconds. Yeah, 17 seconds it takes the money to get to Ukraine on their paycheck. And they love it, guys. They love it. Of course,
because we don't now.
Nathan, it's the future. We're doing a little bit of it already. We're smart people. Anyone that has crypto is a different kind of person. They're open-minded big time, and they have a different element of of internet and digital and technology, and those are the kind of customers you guys want. I'm telling you right now, if you want to sell some real estate to some good quality people, your cryptocurrency crowd for the most part is going to be a solid crowd.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions. It attracts kind of more of a savvy buyer, savvy investor. I know people are always worried about the the dark back alleys of cryptocurrency, but
that's over. That's years ago.
I was just gonna say that's
passé.
It is passé.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've moved so far ahead from that, guys, and you've seen it too. And just look at our lives. Just look inside your phones, talk to your wives, girlfriends, kids, friends. Look how we're doing biz right now. Like we just said, we're on the Zoom. We're sending paychecks to Ukraine in 17 seconds. Like I couldn't do that before, guys. I could never do that.
Tapping credit cards when you're going through your list, but now we're tapping our phones. We don't even.
Apple Pay. I'm on that. Yeah.
The funny thing is like, I remember when people started using credit cards online. However many years ago that was. And I remember everybody was freaked out. I'm never putting my credit card. I'm never putting my credit card online to pay for
I remember that.
I'm never doing it. And guess what? It's everyday life now. We are putting our credit cards online to buy and make purchases every day, right? So
we don't even think twice about it. In fact, we're upset. We're upset now if they don't take our credit card online, aren't we? We're like 100%. Pissed off because we can't book this online and put our credit card in there. What are they doing? It's 2018, right? Like this, I've said that already. Yeah.
Crypto only makes sense if you take a look at the big picture. You zoom out and you look at the future of real estate, where it's going, what's happening. Crypto only makes sense, like some version of it, some form of it. So it's nice to have a brokerage like yours that looks after that. So we're glad that we've partnered with you and we can push this now legitimately and talk to our buyers about it, like our Greater Property Group Buyer Guide. A lot of time and effort went into this to kind of show our buyers what we do, and to add the crypto component to it now officially is we're excited to do that. We're especially excited because we are seeing a lot more buyers and investors in our database from outside of Canada. We're seeing a lot more of that. We just had one yesterday from Hong Kong asking about crypto, right? So very interesting times. But now that we can offer it and we can actually talk to the public about it, we're excited to do that. So we're glad that we have you as a resource.
I would love it if you guys, and I would even co-sponsor these ads for you guys, but if you guys could get someone working with you to run some ads in Israel, Ukraine, Russia, and China right now, Hong Kong specifically, and say in their language that you're available in Canada, you're the office guys to go to and girls in your office, that you're accepting crypto worldwide, that you're doing Canadian real estate investment. We'll just say that just for this thing, but you call it what you want. I think you guys would be very successful, and I think you'd attract a lot more buyers than we're kind of just waiting for around our local circles, if you will. This would get you guys expanding farther and faster, and let them know that you're ready to go, because they're ready to go too. They're shopping out there and they don't know who to turn to and who to trust in those other countries. So if you guys can become that alternative choice to them, or the number one choice, let's say the number one choice to them, that would be the best position to be in. I also know this: is that people overseas, and I've met them already. I was just in Vancouver. I met all these Lamborghini boys. I was at their big house there in the West Van, and all the NHL guys are up there, and they brought all these people over, Dan with the Corvette, and they all showed me off like I was, you know, the Buddha with Bitcoin, right? But at the end of the day, the point is that every one of those guys knows like 200 more guys back in China that want to come to Canada and open businesses and manufacturing and buy some commercial space and get a house for their family and send their kids to university and blah, blah, blah. Like they think of our country as like the best place to go. So it's really exciting for you guys to be ready to be doing the business and catch that ball. And not just that, but maybe drive that ball home with them a little bit in their local areas, right? So get some ads going on Google and just have those translated so that you guys can attract the right clientele.
100%. I like the way you're thinking, Jan.
Yeah.
I like the way you're thinking. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad we did this. And we can have another one of these in the coming weeks, maybe, as we drill down on some, you know, we might have another question that would be good to kind of, you know, let our database know about with regards to this. I think it might be a good idea if we did that. But this kind of gives us a really nice flyover. Yeah, gives us a nice flyover, kind of a lay of the land of what it looks like. The nice thing is, the cool thing is just to explain the process one more time, is you have a buyer with crypto, you have a seller that is willing to sell their house to a buyer with cryptocurrency. They both have to agree on that. The money then comes into you, and you distribute that money as fiat currency in Canadian funds, correct?
That's right. And I'll break it down just a little bit so you guys can see it just a little more in depth on how the deal would go down. Okay? Simple. So let's just pick some names. So a couple in Edmonton want to buy a house and they want to pay with crypto. Tom and Nancy will say their name is. They've talked to Oleg from our company, and they've let him know that they have cryptocurrency in their investment that they would like to purchase this house with. Oleg says, no problem. My office takes cryptocurrency. Let me check back and I will find out how we can do this deal for you guys. Oleg then contacts me, lets me know the value of the home, how much money that we're actually dealing with, and the type of cryptocurrency this couple would like to pay with. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, there's many. They'll let us know. At this point, we'll take an estimated value of the purchase, and the couple will end up paying the fees to convert that cryptocurrency into Canadian money through our office. What kind of fees, they ask? 2.9% of the value, 3.9% of the value, and 4.9% of the value. There is a sliding scale depending on the value. So under $500,000 is 4.9%. Over $500,000 to 1.5 is 3.9, and then over 1.5 million is 2.9. So the couple would take that and they would incur that cost in cryptocurrencies. It wouldn't even be Canadian money. My office would accept that as our commission for doing the transaction and the conversion. Then our office here would send those funds to the law office of choice. Oleg will already have that arranged. He will say, hey, this company in Edmonton is a law firm for such, and we will just send that by wire, obviously by contacting them, or we would send a draft out and Oleg could pick that up from our office, or we could ship it out courier by FedEx, and that draft could be in the Edmonton office for that lawyer within 24 hours. We can do a transaction in real time in 17 seconds. Oleg, I've told you guys this already, as far as receiving the crypto, and we can convert that crypto into Canadian dollars within 24 hours and have that in the hands of any of the business parties that are necessary.
Interesting. Okay. So that's the process. Super simple.
Easy. The couple pays the fees.
Yeah.
The process is simple. Everybody gets the funds sent, allocated to the law firm, etc. And everybody's a happy camper. These people will be excited to know that they could pay with cryptocurrency and purchase their lovely home in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Ask a question?
Go ahead, Oleg. Let's ask some questions. Go ahead.
You know, quick question. What if a seller wants to accept it as cryptocurrency?
Absolutely.
Specifically
Same process back.
Yeah. Okay.
Same process the other way. You bet. So let's say he would like to get the money from the sale of this home in Bitcoin. We would do that for him. So we
just
would take
leave
the
it in
Canadian
Bitcoin.
funds in. You bet. Our office would take a wire or such from the lawyer's office. We'd convert that. That individual would take a brokerage fee of the cost of doing such, like he would even pay the lawyer fees. You know how this works, right?
Yeah.
And then he would get the crypto funds, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
And the beauty of crypto is that we're running on the blockchain, gentlemen, and the blockchain is transparent. Everything is legit. I cannot take the money from Tom and Nancy in the Ukraine and not transact it. It's all there on the highway. It's all transacted. It doesn't say their name on it, but it shows the transaction and it shows all the timing and stamping and where it went and all that. So there's no fooling around with cryptocurrency. Like, it's 100% locked in and legitimate because of blockchain. It's amazing stuff.
Okay.
Fantastic. And that's so simple. This is why it's a natural fit. And this is why it makes so much sense, because it's that quick and it's that simple.
And secure. And 100% secure. And it's a trusted format too, because you're just not, you're not just going to send this money around to anybody. You're going to do this, you're going to do cryptocurrency properly. It's very regimented and very pathed properly.
I can't see a better way to do fractional ownership with people, to get people together to do a group purchase. I can't think of a better way.
Oh, yeah, very smart.
Than this. I can't think of a better way for a seller to access the most potential buyers that as is possible than to make it available to pay through Bitcoin. Like, this is such a massive thing. Yes. The scope of range when you open up a whole new currency like this, you've no longer got the Edmonton greater Edmonton area. You've got the whole damn world. When you're
Nathan, you know it. You understand. It's powerful. It's very powerful. And the group buys are very, very common in the space, in the mindset. So they like this. A lot of people get behind what are called ICOs, and that's when a group of crowd sale goes off and invests in a company. And they buy their coin in big volumes with Ethereum and Bitcoin and such, even credit card, believe it or not, and some other funds. But ICOs are very lucrative, and I work with blockchain hotels. So it's called Innovasis Hotels. For those watching, you guys can Google that, Innovasis Hotels. It's also under blockchain hotels. And you can just take a look at how hotels meets crypto and just enjoy that. There's some videos out there about that. But
crypto is completely traded in fractions. Like, these people understand the mentality of fractions.
Yes.
You don't buy a Bitcoin.
No, you buy a fraction of a Bitcoin.
Right? Yeah, that's right. So,
there are some people that don't know that, though. There are some people that don't know that you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. They think you have to buy a whole one, and you do not. You can buy a portion of all of the coins. Keep that in mind, everybody.
Yeah.
Right. What are you heavy on right now?
Myself?
Yeah.
Yesterday I was up $24,000 in 24 hours. It was an awesome day, guys. We're finding the whale is starting to pull up again. I split my portfolio in the 80-20 rule, and I teach this to my students. I have 80% of my portfolio in Bitcoin, BTC, and 20% of it in the alternative coins of the top 15 in the marketplace. So there's Cardano, Ripple, XRP is Ripple, NEM, Neo, Tron, EOS.
Morpheus.
What else have I got there? I've got a bunch. I've got PIVX. I've got Polymath. I don't have Morpheus yet.
Yeah.
And then I'm invested in a bunch of other little ones. We're in VenChain. So we've got a lot, and the portfolio is constantly growing, guys. I help these clients take $500 and turn that into 2.2 million at the high peak there. So that was pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
I've made a few millionaires in the space already.
Okay. I like this. I like that we're talking about this, man. This is really cool. I think it's, it's a natural fit for your company and us to be talking about this and kind of get it out there. Let's get ahead of it, guys. Let's roll with it and see where it goes. But
don't wait for your competitors to do this. You guys be the leaders, and I'll tell you more. Get on your social media, start thinking like Nathan here, and advertising the fact that you're doing fractionals. Take Oleg and make him your international guy, and let's get that international adverts out there, And David, you keep building, let's say the cross the nation kind of stuff. Let's split it up, and then you guys focus, and then really market the shit out of this, because you guys will be the winners and ahead of the curve on all this type of stuff before anybody else.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's the idea, and that's what we want to do. It's just the beginning, right? We have kind of a unique situation because we are national. The traditional real estate model, brokerage model from city to city, province to province is a little archaic. You can't really move forward without, it has to be a brokerage wide offer anytime we advertise anything. This allows us to do that, company wide.
It does.
Or brand wide, right? So that allows us to do that. So that's what we're excited about. So it was good to talk to you today, man.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
We'll set up another one. Just real quick before we let you go, Jan, where can people get a hold of you? It's Jan at Bitcoin Investments?
Yeah, Jan at bitcoininvestments.ca. And the website is bitcoininvestmentswithans.ca. And we got a bunch. We do cryptoconventions.ca, and we've also got bitcoinworkshops.ca. So we teach, we throw conventions, and we also do the investment ideas around ICOs and such.
Great. Good to talk to you, Jan.
See you guys. Thank you so much.
Nathan, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.